So how was your rest day? I don't really give a shit. Today is hinge day, hinge. Let's go warm up because I've already had my pre-workout. So now we move on to the strength portion with one of the healthiest exercises you can do. You're gonna start with a very small amount of weight and a few reps, like from 8 to 10. What we're gonna do is a deadlift, but stiff-legged with your legs extended. And what you're gonna do is with a deficit, so you're gonna step on a bench and you're gonna go all the way down. So this is gonna work on your mobility as well, not just strength, okay? So you're gonna grab a conservative weight at first. You're gonna be a palm or a hip width apart in your feet, and you're gonna start to bend at your torso, then bend at the hip and go all the way down. If you can go deficit, that means your hands will go past your feet. That's gonna be the best thing. But if you can't, go all the way down as possible, okay, like this. So you're doing bending at your torso, bending at the hip, going all the way down, and then same way up, as if you were unveiling your body. And now we move on to the conventional deadlift. That means no bending of the torso now. Now you're gonna keep your torso straight, neutral spine. What you're gonna do is slight flexion, slight bending of the knees, and bend at the hip all the way down, as if your chest wanted to touch the floor, and then go back up, and you're gonna feel your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back working very hard. You're gonna play with what you have. So if you have a pair of dumbbells, do use them and go all the way down until you reach mid-shin, and then go back up, and you can do like 8 to 10 reps. Or if you have higher weights, and if you're, not a beginner anymore, you can do like sets of 5 or 6 repetitions, for instance. If what you have is a rubber band, like I told you to get, what you can do is you can step on the middle, grab the handles, and then go all the way up, and this will be enough to most beginners, actually. Always do contract, and always do use the glutes at the end. Other 2 ways to work this is the good mornings, for instance. If you grab hold of a backpack or something, a bag with some weight, you can do exactly the same thing, grabbing onto it on your front. So here, 1 and 2, you'll feel the core working. I prefer on the front than on your back, because on your back you might round your back, and I don't want you to do that at all. Last resort, a couple of bags, but it's very hard to find 2 bags that are exactly the same weight. If you use, for instance, gallons of milk or water, jugs, that might help. But do start with the band, then go to the dumbbells if you have dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, do the good mornings, and only then try to figure out what you have that might be exactly the same weight in order to get the max out of your deadlift. Now we go to the metabolic conditioning, but today, keep it in your pants, so don't try to be too quick. What you gotta do is work for quality. 4 rounds for quality. I'm gonna show you each round. First, you begin with reverse lunges. So you're gonna step back into a 90-degree angle with both legs, and then come back up and do it on the other side. 2, 3, 4. If it's challenging enough only with your body weight, do it only with your body weight. If not, put a backpack, a couple dumbbells, whatever, just get it done. 10 repetitions. Next, take off the backpack or another bag with the amount of weight you can do for this next exercise, which is the Russian swings. Twists, sorry. On your butt, feet up in 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 30. Don't bounce. This is not a bouncing movement, otherwise you're not getting anything done on the obliques. What I want you to do is feel almost half an inch from the floor so that you feel this whole thing working. Last one, it's gonna be both fun and challenging. So it's gonna be the inverted burpee. What is it? Okay, so roll backwards, and when you go up, go all the way up. So go into the squat, make the most out of your rolling, out of your momentum, and go up. I know a couple people will have some hard time doing this. The progression is use your hands like this. So 1, and when I go up, I use my hands. I'm getting a workout as well, and one day I'm gonna be able to do that. You're gonna do 10 in a row. How was that? Tiring? Not in the least bit. So now we're gonna do a superset of accessory work for the glutes and rear delts. As for the glutes, your upper back will be on your couch, feet shoulder width apart, and from the heels, you're gonna go up and into a 90-degree position, parallel to the floor, okay? So like this, 1 and 2. You're gonna do 10 repetitions. Keep your head straight. Don't go back with your head unless you want to work and maybe damage your lower back. What you want to do is really go to this parallel position, sweet spot, and then go back down. Remember, contract your glutes as much as possible. You can also put a bag on top of you if it's too easy. And then you go to rear delts with a couple of chairs. If this is hard for you, then we're gonna have a progression with the bands. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna almost to your armpit, put it on the chair, put your arms on the chair from the elbows up, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift and come back. Lift, come back, like this. If you don't put your butt on the floor, it's gonna be harder and better because you're gonna keep the tension, but if you put your butt on the floor, you might be able to use your legs, your leg drive. Each repetition, it's a little easier. You're gonna do 10 repetitions of this. So, the lower you set the band, the better. So it should be a little lower than this actually. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bend over, you're gonna do the hip hinge, and you're gonna do a lateral raise with your arms slightly bent, and you feel it working your rear delts like this. Ooh. As you can see, we're working our entire body. We're turning you into an athlete. Not only will it show on the mirror, but it will show on your everyday life. Do like, comment, share, tell me what you think, tell me your feedback, how's it going? I know that some people will have a hard time doing some of the exercises. That's why I always try to scale and progress in order to help you get the max out of your body. You should do this workout program for at least a month in order to see real results, but you will see them. Consistency is key. Don't forget, tomorrow is our last day, so have a good rest.